Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. If you thought I was going to do this up light, you're so wrong. Welcome to our first day of virtual learning, if you will. I'm going to try and start every class with a video for you, and I want a video in response. So what you're going to do is you're going to have to go into your classroom, and the first step you're going to take is you are going to, you can use Flipgrid if you want, or if you have a YouTube video that you can do like I'm doing right now. Brand new, first time for me. I'm so excited. And you're going to look up a scripture verse based on what you're feeling for the day. So go into BibleGateway.com, type in a word such as joy, and then pick a Bible verse, and you'll record that Bible verse for me and tell me why you picked it. Here's what I'm going to do for you guys today. Since it is St. Patrick's Day, I'm going to teach you a little bit about St. Patrick. Here we go. He was born in Rome in Britain, and when he was 15 or so, he was captured by Irish pirates, arg, matey, during a raiding party and taken to Ireland as a slave to herd and tend sheep. At the time, Ireland was a land of druids and pagans, but Patrick turned to God and wrote his memoir, The Confession. In the Confession, he wrote, "The love of God and his fear grew in me more and more, as did the faith in my soul was roused, so that in a single day I have said as many as 100 prayers in the night, nearly the same as in the day. I prayed in the woods and on the mountain even before dawn. I felt no hurt from the snow or ice or rain." Patrick's captivity lasted until he was 20, so if you're feeling kind of captive right now, he did it for 6 years. He escaped after having a dream from which God told him he was to leave Ireland by going to the coast. There he found some sailors who took him back to Britain and was reunited with his family. Sorry, I have to switch sides. A few years after returning home, Patrick saw a vision that he described in his memoir. "I saw a man coming, as it were from Ireland. His name was Victoricus, and he carried many letters, and he gave me one of them. I read the heading, 'The Voice of the Irish.' As I began this letter, I imagined that in that moment I heard the voice of those very people who were near the wood of Folket, which is beside the western sea, and they cried out as with one voice, 'We appeal to you, holy servant boy, to come walk among us.' This vision is what prompted him to study for the priesthood. He arrived in Slane, Ireland on March 25th, 433, 400 years after Jesus. There are several legends about what happened next, with the most prominent claiming he met the chieftain of one of the Druid tribes who tried to kill him. After an intervention from God, Patrick was able to convert the chieftain and preach the gospel throughout Ireland. There, he converted many people, eventually thousands, and he began building churches across the country. He often used shamrocks to explain the Trinity, and entire kingdoms were eventually converted to Christianity after hearing Patrick's message. He preached and converted all of Ireland for 40 years. He worked many miracles and wrote of his love for God in Confessions. After years of living in poverty and traveling and enduring much suffering, he died on this day in 461. He died at Saul, where he had built the first church. He is believed to be buried in Down Cathedral, Downpatrick. His grave was marked in 1990 with a granite stone. Patrick was a humble, pious, gentle man whose love and total devotion to God and trust in God should be a shining example to each of us. So complete was his trust in God and of the importance of his mission, he feared nothing. Remember we talked about do not be afraid? Not even death. There is a poem, a prayer of sorts, called The Breastplate, that he wrote about his faith and trust in God. St. Patrick said, and I say to you, "Christ be within me, Christ behind me, Christ before me, Christ beside me, Christ to win me, Christ to comfort and restore me, Christ beneath me, Christ above me, Christ inquired, Christ in danger, Christ in hearts of all that love me, Christ in mouth of friend and stranger." What a beautiful poem for us on this wonderful day of March 17th, your first day of e-learning. So don't be afraid. Be awesome like St. Patrick. go check out your Google Classroom. Bye.